everybody, this is Cyber Surgeon, and welcome to another episode of the Beginner's Guide to Final Fantasy XIV. And on this episode, I realized in the middle of this quest that we might be doing something that I haven't actually pointed out before, so I didn't want to skip it. I do apologize if it is a little bit of a repeat, but as you can see, we have a quest right now to kill some gnolls, but also to get these eggs. If we were to try to be perfectly optimized, then what we would be doing is exclusively grabbing the eggs and only attacking any animals that attack us. But I didn't do that because I wasn't really paying attention to the quest. But that would be the kind of the ideal, the proper way to do this, because we do need to kill 6 animals. But as you can see, I've already done that by the time I even got up this mountain. The extra AXP isn't bad, but it's only 112 experience for each one we're killing, with the little chain bonus active. And what the chain bonus means is every time you kill a target, you start a chain. And the chain, well, every time you kill a target that gives you experience. Because, if you over-level it by a crazy amount and you are not level synced for some reason, then it's not beneficial to you to kill the target. But if you kill a target that gives you experience, then you activate a chain bonus. And for the chain bonus, every time you then kill another target that is equal to or higher in level than the thing you just killed, you will get additional experience. So it gives you a benefit to kind of chaining together your kills, and as you can see down here, it climbs, the chain gets bigger each link of the chain you add on. So if you have a reason to kill multiple things in quick succession, you do kind of want to do that. It provides additional experience, and every point of additional experience you can get that doesn't require any additional effort on your part is just allowing you to level even faster, which is, kind of the goal. So what we're going to go ahead and do in this episode, since I started recording a little earlier than I was originally planning to, is as you can see when we go through the hunting log, we have 2 more targets in the Central Shroud, in Green Tier and Bent Branch. And we're going to be, as soon as I think there's another stage to this particular quest. But as soon as we turn this quest in, we'll be about at least halfway to level 10. Halfway through level 9. So we can safely, right now, since we know we're about to be eligible for the next bracket of the hunting log, we should go ahead and just finish up the one we currently are on. And as I mentioned before, when you bring up the map, you can kind of see the district of the map you're in. So down here is Green Tier, and we are looking for the Trickster Imp in Green Tier. Imps tend to be congregated around ruins and structures. I know exactly where these ones are to begin with, but just as an idea, usually if you see an imp in your hunting log, or ghosts, things like that, they're usually in ruins. And so when we look on the map, we can kind of see that the area down here looks more like it's leading into some ruins than any of this open space up here. So it's just kind of an idea to lead you where to go, because Green Tier does include basically this whole area. You give me a 4. So go ahead and keep going. And then Bent Branch is down here, and again, if you notice, Bent Branch is another rather large area. So when we're going down there, we're going to kind of be scouting around as much as possible to see the general area that we need to go in order to kill the roselets, I think, what we need down there. Without having to explore a lot of extra space. We don't want to have to backtrack too much trying to run around and find things down there. So since we are heading back in this direction, though, we'll go ahead and run to the Jadeite, the Jadeite Thick, and complete this quest. Deliver these eggs. Let's see, how much experience will that give us? That'll give us 3,200 experience. So, not quite enough to hit level 10 just off of that, but definitely we'll hit level 10 by completing this part of the hunting log. And then we will need to go out in North Shroud and kill some mightlings in order to get the entire bracket completed. And as I pointed out before, do remember that you get an additional experience reward for completing the bracket. Let's go ahead and turn this one in. And we have a dexterity ring, so we'll go ahead and make sure to put that on. We have a potential crisis on our hand. Oh, we need to... Yeah, this is, if anyone ever refers to the Golem quest, this is what it is. Because that'll be what we end up having to fight in that one. But we're going to go ahead and complete the hunting log. That's the focus of this episode. So we'll go ahead and knock that part out. And then we will tackle the Golem quest. Likely next time. Because I don't think... By the time we finish the hunting log, it's probably going to be about time to wrap up. It would be helpful if I was paying more attention and not running into fences. Hey, roselets right down here. Perfect. So let's go ahead and waste these things. And as you see, we just got the Straighter Shot buff, so we'll go ahead and lead off with refreshing the Straighter Shot on the next target. And we got an achievement to crush your enemies. How many is that we've killed now? That's for 100 enemies. We're not even level 10 yet, and we've already killed over 100 targets. I don't know if that should feel particularly high or low or not, but I guess it's proof that if you were trying to play completely pacifist, this game is not great for that route. Here we go. So there's the roselets done. And now what we're going to do, we could run all the way up there, or we could travel and hit return. And that's going to go ahead and teleport us into the city. And since we're going to need to go out of this, go into the city and then exit it in order to get into the North Shroud, it just saves us some steps. And by killing the roselets, we went ahead and hit level 10. So we've learned a new trait, this Misery's End, I'm like 90% sure is another trait. And we've also, it does remind you every time you hit that 5... Oh no, Misery's End is an ability, yeah? It does remind you every time you hit one of those thresholds. So level 50 and pre-level 50 every 5 levels, and then as soon as you start leveling past level 50 every 2 levels, it reminds you that you can now go accept your next class quest. So next episode we'll probably try to see if we can knock out both. Let's go ahead. I don't think we've gotten the Conjurer's Guild one already. It's possible that we have. Nope, we did. Darn. So which ones were we missing? I think we're definitely missing the Botanist Guild one. And probably that one. But we'll deal with those later. We can just run out here and kill some mightlings. Okay. So when we look, mightlings need to be in Tree Speak, which is in this area right here. And I know from experience that the area kind of around where this particular fate is kind of the area that the mightlings spawn. Because conveniently the mightlings are actually in that fate. That fate's kind of boss is a mightling. Oh, hey, then there's some on the way down there, too. It's been so long since I've done these areas and really paid attention to where any of this stuff was that I forget that you can encounter them on your way to these areas too. So as you can see, we're not actually getting experience, or we're getting very little experience per kill, but we're not activating a chain bonus because they are not in our level range for what's appropriate for us to be targeting. So now that we've completed all 4, you can see we just got a nice chunk of experience, and when we press H, we'll bring up the new stage of the hunting log. And you can kind of see, yeah, that they're branching out into different parts of the Shroud now, because our quests are going to take us to new areas. And what we're going to go ahead and cover really quick is both how to do level sync, and we'll just go ahead and quickly cover fates, since I brought them up a little earlier in this episode. When you enter these blue circles, you'll get that little notification, you'll hear the music change, everything like that happens. We are now in the fate area. But, as you can see on the map, it's a level 3 fate, so we are too high level. We are 6 or more levels above the fate. So we can't just target Deshubba and attack him. We just can't do it. We're too high. But what we can do is we can click this level sync button, and it brings us down to level 8, which then allows us to target Deshubba. And we can go ahead and kill him. And as you can see, as we do damage to him, this bar fills up. Most fates will have a bar that fills like this, either by killing one target, or because you need to kill an X amount of targets. And the more of them that you kill, each one's going to be a portion of the bar. I will make sure to point out that fates scale based on how many people participated in the previous incarnation of the fate. So right now, we're attempting this by ourselves, which means next time Deshubba Snacks Fate spawns, and most of them spawn on a timer. So next time it spawns, it'll still be relatively easy. Like, that was not too much harder than just killing a regular enemy. But if, say for example, 10 people had been down here killing Deshubba Snacks last time that it spawned, that would mean that fate killing Deshubba, he wouldn't really do that much more damage, but he would have way more health, and it would take a long time to kill him, if it was even possible to do in the amount of time allotted for the fate. So if you ever go up to a fate and you want to try to complete it, and you notice that it seems like all of your attacks are doing, 1/10 of a percentage of its total health in damage, a thing to do would be to let that fate expire. That way, next time, it's scaled for only one person because no one completed it last time. So it just makes the fate easier, makes you able to actually complete it by yourself. The other option always is to see if there's people in your zone who are working on fates to see if they can help you complete that fate. But if that's not an option, you can always reset them by just simply not doing them and letting them reset on their own. Every time you complete a fate, you receive 3 rewards, assuming you have all 3 unlocked. We are not currently a member of the Grand Company, so we did not receive the 3rd reward, the Grand Company seals, in this fate. But what we did receive is you always will receive some experience. Whether or not you complete or fail the fate, you'll receive a little bit of experience. And then you will receive some gil, and you will receive some Grand Company seals. Certain quests will allow fates to provide additional rewards, but those are usually on a quest-by-quest basis and get a lot more complicated, so just the brief mention of that's also a thing is going to be really all we go into on this episode. So thank you very much for sticking around. With the completion of that fate, we're going to go ahead and cut the episode. Like I said, thank you again for sticking around. If you have any questions, if there's anything you would really like to see covered, please make sure to mention it in the comments, and like if you liked it, if you found this episode useful, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!